I want to commend all of the incredible work that the senator from Michigan has done on the Fair Shot agenda, how she's really been out there working hard for families across this country, for middle-class families, for working families, people who are just trying to get a fair shot. And on education, she has been a tremendous leader. It has been a real privilege to have this opportunity to work with the senator from Michigan on this. And I know the senator from Michigan and I are going to keep working on this set of issues. Mr. President, I rise today to urge my colleagues to allow a debate and vote on the Bank on Students Loan Refinancing Bill. 40 million Americans are dealing with student loan debt, and many of them are drowning in it. A quarter of all federal student loan borrowers are behind on their payments. Student loan debt is dragging down our young people, and it is dragging down the economy, keeping borrowers from buying homes, moving out on their own, buying cars, and opening small businesses. In June, the Senate voted on a proposal to allow borrowers to refinance their existing student loans down to the interest rates offered to new borrowers, the same rates that nearly every Republican in the House and the Senate voted just last summer to offer to new borrowers. Now, this refinancing bill would not add a single dime to the deficit. It is fully paid for by closing a tax loophole that right now lets millionaires and billionaires pay less in taxes than middle-class families. So the vote on our student loan refinancing proposal asks senators to make a simple choice: protect billionaires from paying their fair share of taxes, or protect student loan borrowers who worked hard to get an education and are struggling to stay afloat. Protect the billionaires who've already made it big, or help young people who are still trying to build a future. A majority of the Senate, including every Democrat, every independent, and 3 Republicans, sided with students and supported moving forward on this bill. But the rest of the Republicans blocked it. Now, we heard a lot of excuses from those who opposed the bill. Some Republicans suggested that the benefit for our young people on this bill is small. Well, I disagree. Putting billions of dollars in federal student loan profits back into the pockets of Americans who worked hard to get an education is not small. Saving millions of Americans hundreds or thousands of dollars a year in excessive student loan interest payments is not small. But look, if the Republicans think the benefit is too small, then work with us to offer amendments to this bill and give students a bigger break, but don't refuse to even debate the bill. Now, some Republicans suggested that the $1.2 trillion in outstanding debt just isn't a big deal, that we should focus on rising college costs instead. Yes, the rising cost of college is a terrible problem, but so are the outstanding loans at 6, 8, 10, 12%, and even higher. We need to fix both problems, not play rope-a-dope politics of can't fix this because we haven't fixed that yet. Millions of young people are just stuck. They can't buy homes, they can't buy cars, they can't save for retirement, they can't do the things that would help this economy grow, all because they're struggling under the weight of student loan debt. If senators think we should do more than just refinancing, more to improve college accountability and to reduce the future costs for students, then work with us to offer amendments, but don't refuse to even debate the bill. Some Republicans don't like that this proposal is paid for by closing tax loopholes. If senators don't like that, if they have other ideas, then they should offer amendments, but don't refuse to even debate this bill. Some Republicans even suggested that Democrats don't want this bill to pass. Now, that's just plain ridiculous. Only in Washington can you vote against something and then, when it doesn't pass, blame the people who voted for it. You know, these excuses don't fool anyone. They don't fool the hundreds of thousands of people who have signed petitions, attended rallies, and called their senators asking for a vote on this bill. This isn't complicated. Senators can make a choice that raises a fundamental question of who this place works for. Does it work for those who can hire armies of lawyers and lobbyists who want to protect loopholes in the tax code that give more advantages to millionaires and billionaires? Does it work for the big banks with their armies of lobbyists who just want to maximize student loan profits? Or does it work for young people who worked hard, who played by the rules, who got an education, and who are trying to build a future for themselves and their families? We are just a few votes away from breaking the Republican filibuster and moving forward to debate this bill. I urge my Republican colleagues to allow a vote to let us debate and pass this bill. Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent the Senate proceed to the immediate consideration of calendar number 409 S2432, the Bank on Students Emergency Loan Refinancing Act, and the Senate immediately proceed to vote on passage of the bill with no intervening action or debate.